Hello everyone, I'm Chris Erkley. Welcome to your championship edition of the HS Game Time PickEm show. To my left, the champion in everyone's hearts here at HS Game Time, Kyle Glazer.
Hardly, but I appreciate the intro.
All right, well, we begin with the Eastern Division. Should be a hot game. Citrus Hill and Norte Vista. The battle of the Riverside area, a lot of pride on the line. Novi kind of the Cinderella this year. Citrus Hill, the defending champ. Right now, 78% taking Citrus Hill. Kyle, Novi has pretty much made a miracle run to the championship. Can they upset the defending champ?
Well, I don't really know if it's that much of a miracle. I think they're actually a really good team, two very good running backs, a Division I caliber wide receiver. I think Novi went way too far under a lot of people's radars this year. I'm not totally surprised they're here. Look, you're talking about a championship game. All 8 teams we're going to talk about are great teams capable of winning their games. I don't want anyone to take any of this as, oh, so-and-so is clearly going to win and the other team is a clear underdog. That's not it at all. This is a tough game to pick. I think actually this might be the toughest of all 3 games. I said a week ago that I thought the winner of the Norte Vista-San Gorgonio game would be the winner of this division. I guess for consistency's sake, I have to stick with that. I think one thing that helps Norte Vista is they've played 2 explosive, dangerous offenses the last 2 weeks, Oak Hills and San Gorgonio. And each time both those schools put up points, but Norte Vista was able to come out with the victory and make 1 or 2 extra plays. I think that's experience that will prepare them well for this game because Citrus Hill is going to get theirs. They're going to score their 35, 40 points. It's just going to be a matter of if Novi can once again get that 1 extra stop and that 1 extra score. I actually think, truthfully, of all the games, Centennial, Vista, Murrieta included, this has a chance to be the best, most competitive game.
All right, moving on from there, St. Margaret's and Jurupa Hills right now. Also 78% taking St. Margaret's. St. Margaret's being from the Orange County. Maybe not a lot of people around this area are familiar with them, but either that or they have some fans piping in from Orange County.
No, you know, St. Margaret's has been a real power down in the East Valley Division for a couple of years now. They've had a lot of good coaches. They're a program accustomed to winning. Once again, though, I'm going to go against the grain here as far as our picks. I'm going with Jurupa Hills. I think at the East Valley Division level, you're not talking about a lot of kids that are, future Division I caliber players. Jurupa Hills has one in DJ Wright, their quarterback/defensive back. I think that's an edge that's going to push them over the top. Jurupa Hills has had to pull out very, very close victories its last 2 playoff games, and I think that having a guy like a DJ Wright is what allows them to get that little bit of an edge, maybe make up for some other places where they have some deficiencies. I think that DJ Wright is going to have that huge game in the playoffs. Jurupa Hills is going to walk away with their first CIF championship in football.
Next game, Heritage and Rancho Verde, the battle for the Central Division, a game that a lot of people predicted when the playoffs began, the 2 big Goliath programs out there in the Central Division. Right now, 62% taking Rancho Verde. Kyle, they have been, this will be their 3rd straight trip to the championship game. They won 1, then they lost 1. Will they win this time?
I think they will. I think that the Mustangs, once again, have so many weapons on offense. It's been the same story all year long. They continue to put up points in bunches. But the defense has actually been pretty good, too. They allowed only 3 points their semifinal game. I think they've held their opponents to single digits in all their playoff games. They're not going to be able to hold Heritage that low. Heritage is an excellent team who, once again, can absolutely win this football game. They absolutely have a very good chance. I just think at the end of the day, Rancho Verde has a couple more athletes on the outside, and I think that will make the difference. Maybe 1 big play here or there that'll end up being the final difference on the scoreboard.
And finally, in the Inland Division, a game that seems like it should be on the schedule when the season begins. It's Vista, Murrieta, and Centennial. They've played, this will be their 4th time in a row. Right now, 61% taking Vista Murrieta. They have 1 loss to Centennial's 2 losses. Kyle, this game is at Centennial. You can pretty much spin the numbers any way you want on who's going to win this one.
You absolutely can. Once again, either of these 2 teams could win. None would be an upset, if you will. Both these teams are absolutely championship caliber teams who deserve to get to the point that they're at. I'm going Vista Murrieta. I think to this point in the season, the defense has been better than Centennial's, and I think that'll be the difference. Both these teams are going to score. This won't be a low-scoring game. I think I predicted a 47-42 final score, and I just feel like if I want one defense to get one extra stop, which is what I think the difference is going to be, I think it would be Vista Murrieta's defense, just based off the performance of work, the body of work, I should say, they've had so far this year.
A couple 2-point games in the last 2 times they matched up, so definitely they did not disappoint. It came down to a 2-point conversion attempt, basically as time was ticking down last year. The Broncos couldn't quite get it done the year before that. The Broncos won. So those 2 games were at Murrieta. We'll see what happens this time when it goes over to Centennial. All right, Kyle, thank you for joining us. That does it for your championship edition of the HS Game Time PickEm Show. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you out there starting on Friday night.